Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, give me few minutes to introduce about yourself to the learners.
Okay, right.
Good evening, all. Today, resource person is Dr. Sanath Divakara. He's the CEO of Educon Lanka Private Limited, and also he is a business and management consultant, and also lecturer, researcher, and also the author. Thank you very much, sir, accepting our invitation. Over to you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you, Ushadi. I will share my presentation. Any more to join?
Yeah, sir. But it's okay to continue, sir.
Can start, no? Yeah, this is a new batch, no? Right. Good evening, all. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay. So we will just go through some of the important things about the supply chain management. So during this period, probably 1 hour's time, so we can learn about the importance of supply chain management. So already you know about this subject. You must be working in this subject. And when it comes to supply chain management, you can see there is a booming trend. And now the industry already twisted with this supply chain subject, and you will see in this presentation another few moments the trends of the supply chain. And I'm mainly not from supply chain, but later I learn this subject and I practice this subject. This is this subject is it became somewhere after 2020 within our country. But when it comes to other countries, they have already identified the importance of this supply chain management. So that is why this supply chain management is not in the curriculum, in our school curriculum. No one knows. Even I haven't learned it in the school. When we come to industry only, we got to know that this kind of subjects is there. Luckily, recent this education reform, with our pressure, the Department of Education, they have included supply chain management. And in the A level, under business studies, you can see there's a small part that also under the entrepreneurship. And now we have made it, we have highlighted it. And now they have understood that this subject is very important, and they should teach this subject to the school, our students, and should include to the curriculum. And so that is the new improvement you can see, but I have no idea why the other areas like setting papers, paper examination, and the university system, and most of the universities also you don't find this subject, and they have put this subject under entrepreneurship or some other area. And now the university is also thinking that this has to be included and should teach this. And you can see some of the MBAs, they have included this. And so that kind of improvement and new development you can see to get this knowledge. So basically, if I talk about the industry, you must be knowing about the industry situation. And I also from the industry. Now I am not in the industry, but more than 20 years I was in the industry. And when we work in the industry, we used to do many things. Later on, we found it that this is what comes under supply chain, right? So a lot of theories, and even some of the integrations with some other subjects. And I can remember when we learn operation management, there was a small area, the project management, and a little about supply chain, but not in that way. But it was the supply chain was like that, right? So the operation management was the major part, and operation management was the area we mainly focused. So we never thought that there are another two areas around that, right? So I will divide the entire chain into three areas, which we call value chain, value addition. So we focus more on value addition part, add value and reduce cost, right? So other two sides, backward and forward, we never focus, and we never consider to reduce cost, and no value addition in that area. So that was the situation in the industry. Later on, with the new development, with the latest trends, you can now see the difference. The supply chain and project management, they have taken out from the operation. So there's a theory, main theory. That theory is called the value chain. So when it comes to value chain, the entire process, entire value addition process and supporting process, and all the activities of the manufacturing, value addition, whatever business is explained. So you can see how those positionings, those areas, operation, then inbound logistic, outbound logistic, and human resource, then infrastructure and marketing. So all are the activities of the business. So how you focus on the business, and what is important to focus. And now the market is highly competitive. So with that development, the competitiveness, and organizations, they try to capitalize the competitive advantage. That is the reason now this change you can see. There is a huge interest on getting the knowledge of supply chain. So what I thought of explaining you today About the introduction, so this is on supply chain introduction and some of the current trends. You can get some idea about current trends and how the technology is incorporated with this supply chain process, and what sort of new technologies are there, and the risk and resilience. So whatever area, subject area you study, you will find this risk and how to mitigate the risk in supply chain. Also, there are different kind of risk you find, and you will get more detail in future when you go through the other subjects. And also, I should say that there is no proper kind of boundary to this subject, right? So even though we say it chain, it is not a chain. Now that has become network. And also some of the books and some of the requirements, we find that they are not using it as a chain, and it has become a circle. So due to different reasons and different concepts like sustainability, then risk, then value addition, then information, then technological development, then waste control. So a lot of factors, lot of activities are within this process, right? So that is why this subject, the supply chain subject, is not a confined area, because you find new development day to day, new theories and new development and improvement, then technological advancement. And now you know very well industry 4.0, now it has become 5.0, and customer focus. Likewise, there are many things you have to update. So what I wanted to share you now, I have recently observed, especially in multinational organizations, now the key position, the head of the head from the head of the organization, the structure, organization structure, key position is from supply chain manager. So I have found in Sri Lankan, some of the multinational organization also, you can see they have changed the structure. Those days, what we found is not the supply chain manager on top. On top, there was a factory manager, plant manager, or CEO kind of thing. So now, especially in manufacturing organization, you can see all plant manager, engineering manager, and factory manager, production manager, all are under supply chain manager, right? This is a new trend, what you can see. Luckily, in our country also, they have adapted it, but I have seen in Chinese and the other countries, especially China is fast developing country. So they have given priority on supply chain. Why? That cover the entire process of the value chain. So I will later on, I'll show you the three areas, and I am very keen on these subjects, and I have studied thorough on this subject, and I have developed one National Supply Chain Excellence Award in Sri Lanka. So third time you can see now this time we have closed the applications, and now it's under review. And so with that also I can see there's a huge trend on having this kind of award, winning awards, and learning is the most important thing. So I personally got some comments. Some of the organizations, they shared me how they got improvement after applying to this kind of award. You know, there are different awards in Sri Lanka: business award, productivity, quality. So those are somewhat common and somewhat everyone know that those are there. And uh, compared to that, the supply chain is a bit different. So this is why the interest, you can see huge interest, and a lot of application, lot of companies, especially the large scale companies. So they have more interest by their turnovers are very high. So paying a somewhat considerable amount of money on that, they used to apply. That is the most significant fact in that. So which we can see uh, parallel to filling the applications, they develop their entire system, entire process, and this cover the entire process. That is the important thing. Now when you apply quality award, you find only the quality. Productivity, then only the productivity. Energy, only the energy. Right. Likewise, uh, specific focus is there. But in this, you don't find that kind of things. This cover the entire range, not only environmental, not only quality and cost, innovation, entrepreneurship, uh, forecasting, everything. So so that is what the important thing here you should understand. And the future is with the supply chain, and no other area. Why supply chain or supply network that will cover the entire process? So definitely you should get the knowledge about the supply chain in order to meet the competitive advantage. So I selected this a small case study. There are more slides, but I reduced it how this Santa Claus do the process and how he manage to cater the requirement. So mainly there are specific objective in this process, and the customer base is around 2 billion customers. And what are the strategies? And operation customer centers and provide maximum satisfaction. So another area you can understand about in supply chain, strategies. A lot of strategies are there. What IKEA is used, what Coca-Cola is used, then what Toyota is used, what Benz is used, and a lot of strategies you will learn. And Walmart, how they manage, the amount of product under their portfolio. So all these are important, and how to manage and how to satisfy or delight the customer. So entire process is covered by the supply chain. So in Sri Lankan context, you can see another different word is added to this supply chain management, like logistic and supply chain management, procurement and supply chain management, and in university, Open University also added public procurement, right? So that is to highlight some of the important areas, but when it comes to supply chain, is supply chain. There's no logistic, procurement, everything is under supply chain. But we are not familiar with this subject, and that is why you find these specific names. Those are within the supply chain process. They have taken out and explain about, just highlighted. So probably I know for sure that this within another 1 or 2 years time, you will find only supply chain management. So right product, right quantity, right quality, right place, right time, right value. So those are some of the objectives of the supply chain management. And not only that, there are many types of objectives. So how you manage your process. Santa Claus, how manage the process? Uh, they need to provide the goods on time, the same day, same time, with right quality. How they manage, and some of the things customize, not only common or mass production. So how to customize mass production? This is what the new trend, looking the multinational organizations and the large scale or extra large scale organizations to focus in their manufacturing. You can have mass production, but customization is not possible. So when it comes to the areas, supply chain areas, basically, you can see we can divide that into 3 areas. What is in the middle is the core competency, and left side, complementary resources, and customer value. So you need to get material from suppliers. So what we focus mainly, we focus on the immediate supplier. So now we have another important area. We are focusing on supplier relationship management, and what extent supplier management, up to what extent. Is it with the immediate supplier, or is it with other suppliers, first tier, second tier, likewise? So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, where the end? So who supply the original material, the raw material? Raw means the raw form, not from the halfway finish. So when you observe about the process of Toyota production, you can see how keen they are, and they practice just in time. So you will learn how the just in time can be practiced in this. It is not just in time what we understand. You can't have just in time everywhere. You need to plan it. And how the relationships comes with the supplier. So what extent? So in strategic management, you must have learned about this backward integration. And again, in the other side, customer value. How you develop, you build the relationship with customers. That also part of you. In the middle, you find core competency. This is very important. So when you start business, when you work somewhere, wherever you work, you need to understand the core competency of the organization. This is what we discuss under entrepreneurship. And this is what important everyone, those who become CEOs in the organization, to understand first the core competency of the organization. And personal level also you find person and organizations. So this is where you incorporate the vision. Vision, there are two parts. One is core competency, other one is the envision. So how you envision your core competency? So if you can find your organization, when you take Toyota, Benz, whatever the other uh, Volvo, whatever car companies, manufacturing automobile companies, all are doing well. Mobile phones, Nokia, Samsung, then Apple, a lot of brands you find, all are doing well. So what is the difference? If all are same, then how they do business? All are doing good business. So from where the change came? This is what should understand your organization. What is core competency of your organization? So what is your core competency? Core competency means what you are good at. So if you can understand the core competency of the organization, definitely you can focus on having a competitive advantage. So having this core competency in the middle, and you can think on other two sides. So mainly the middle part will add you the value. Middle part will add the value to your product. All the other two parts, two sides will no value addition, only the expenditure. So the cost, how to reduce cost? You can improve your value addition from the middle part and think on reducing cost from other two parts. This is what now the organizations are focusing. So you can plot your organization in which area where your organization is positioned within this arc of integration. This is called arc of integration. So there are different methods to integrate, and so first you should understand where your organization is positioned. Then you can think on the improvement, growth, what sort of growth you can plan. So this theory definitely will give you a lot of opportunities. So you should be able to exploit opportunities as senior managers. Your strategic approach, you are exploiting opportunity capabilities, skills. It is important, and understanding. So this is where we use theories in masters, MBA or MSc, whatever. We try to teach theories. So theories will help you to get solutions, cause, to find the causes, some of the problems, and this is the skill we call transferable skill. So as a professionals, you need to develop it. So the two parts, I will show some, and you can see the manufacturer is in middle. You find the core competency, and two sides, suppliers and customers. So now when you plot your organization within this arc of integration, you can see if you are only on manufacturing process, then inward facing arc. If you focus on two sides, but there is limit what extent you are going to focus when you take when you plot Toyota. So they are somewhat focusing on 180 degrees. So that focus is called outward facing arc, and peripheral facing. And if you focus more on customers, then customer facing, and more on supplier facing. So first you can identify where your organization is located in this. And this is just to understand about your position. And now you know what improvements are required to develop the organization within this arc. So this is the concept. Most of these multinationals, and I have seen Toyota, they use this in a large scale, and they have some other practices as well in a different names, but those are parts of the supply chain. And the supply chain management is with many of the other subjects as well: operation, project, strategy, and accounting, marketing, then quality management, everything you find. So you can put everything into this within this arc and see how your organization is performing. So now think about the strategies. What sort of strategies you are going to implement? Your pricing strategy. In supply chain management, we talk different types of costing: total cost of ownership, then pricing, premier pricing, penetration pricing, likewise. Why you need all those knowledge you to implement, or you to use in your purchasing, procurement, forecasting, inventory management, and distribution, transportation. So this is one of the important. And when it comes to outsourcing as a strategy, postponement, likewise, different areas you will learn about, and taking decisions and interpretations. So that is mainly the knowledge area what you get during this process. So in this way, you can explain the entire concept what we discuss now, and see in which side you are looking and what extent. Now we are not only just relying on the immediate supply, we are going behind. Why? Now, when you take the example Toyota is not relying only on the first supplier, immediate supplier. They have good network and good planning with having somewhat different contracts with different suppliers, and they monitor and they share, and good network. So with the suppliers and with the customers both, and also they are monitoring, they are planning how to get the mass customization. So you can manufacture, you can use the concept of mass production, especially the large scale organization where different types of manufacturing methods used. So how you are going to manufacture, which is required to focus on customization, and also the cost factors. So we will talk about the costing side in which is very important in take decision making in purchasing. So the total cost of ownership, landed cost, likewise, there are different costing methods you find from the purchasing. In the other side, customer pricing. So what pricing are we going to use in this process? How to make pricing with the competitive environment? That is again another area where you need to make decisions. So some of the things you can see: forecasting, design, product and operations, capacity planning, inventory management, ERP and scheduling, JIT and lean. So those some of the part that include in the integrations. And also the importance of integrations. There are different process activities within the process of supply chain. Supplier to customer, what are the processes? And in between you find different phase gates: purchasing, now starting supplier, then purchasing, then transport, inventory, warehouse, likewise. So up to operations, you find a number of activities. After operations, again, warehouse, inventory, distribution, then pricing, then delivery. And not only that, now the new concept, which is called circular economy. Circular economy will focus on waste reductions and lean concepts. If you practice the circular economy concept, there is no ends. So both ends, they have connected together. Your supply, your product, come back again, come back to the your process, and it will act once the life cycle is finished. It has to come again to your process, and it should be again an input to the process. So the focus of that concept is to reduce the waste. Then no waste. Now the waste is a huge problem. So a lot of waste, e-waste, even recent the trends we find electric vehicles. And electric vehicles also, there's a waste, that is the battery waste. How to dispose the battery? Need to think another 5-6 years time. In Sri Lankan context also, this issue will be there. But for the other countries, they have this problem, especially the China, Japan and all. They have this problem. They identified this problem. But we got this experience very recently, how to avoid this waste. So the supplier is responsible for your product. So you make the product, you supply the product, you are the manufacturer, then you are responsible, and you have to take it back and do something. You can reuse, or you can use it for your purpose, whatever. With the 3R concepts you can use. And this is where the sustainability point of view, and how we support the environment, and reducing waste. Now different waste you find: plastics, then e-waste, likewise. Still there is no proper solution for that. And further, the three areas, basically the triangle, which comes under project management, cost, schedule and scope, and in middle you can see the quality. So this is the main concern that we should understand within this supply chain process. And how you maintain quality? What are the quality requirements? What are the quality systems that you need to practice? And scheduling, how you plan your activities, forecasting, different types of forecasting, then scope uh, your area, your what sort of selection is you are going to, what are the technical details, and whether those details, now when you want to buy something, you need to explain about your scope, and need to do a feasibility study and calculate the total cost of ownership. When you want to buy something, you call for quotations, and out of that, you will you select the lowest? Oh, then how do you select the required one? What is the decision? So when you can select the lowest, but when it comes to in the operations, your operation cost will be very high. Then how are we going to do the calculation? So what sort of payback period or total cost of ownership? Likewise, you need to do feasibility study on that. And mainly the focus is cost reduction. Cost reduction from the uh, two sides, from supplier side and the customer side. So how many operations you find now? The operation manufacturing process is only adding value. Again, the cost is there, energy, labor, the direct cost is there. But when it comes to the other two areas, two sides, purchasing, around 60% of your cost of manufacturing will be from this side, right? Not from the operation. So operation will absorb only 40%, less than 40% cost. But purchasing, you need to purchase, you need to transport, you need to keep. From which method is best to optimize the profit? You can buy raw material and keep those in your warehouse. So and keeping in warehouse mean again a cost, holding cost and setup cost. There are different cost component, and to calculate the order quantities, and when you keep in your stores mean it's adding cost, right? So if you can sell today, that is the highest profit you will earn. So the three areas in the triangle, and in what specifically this is this concept is used in project management. Still it is valid to supply chain management as well. So this is about the evolution of the supply chain management, different time. So in 1990, you can see the integration. So integration of all the processes, demand forecasting, sourcing, purchasing, requirement planning, production planning, manufacturing, warehousing, material handling, packaging, goods inventory, distribution planning, order processing, transportation, customer services. So all activities were there, and later on in 1980s it integrated into 5 areas. Then 90s, one area called logistic. This is why some of the authors, you can see the old versions of the books. They have mentioned the supply chain is part of the logistics. But now the latest versions, you can see in 2000, the supply chain management introduced, and now we talk about the supply chain management. Yet the logistic, procurement, warehouse, we used to connect it to the supply chain management just to highlight that. So we got used to this logistic procurements and all. That's what the term is used, right? So in future, you will find only supply chain management. And so the development side, information technology, marketing, sales, strategic planning, finance, so whatever, all the subjects you find within this entrepreneurship, innovation, project management. So if you know all the subjects, then you can become a best supply chain management and apply for the award. In that award also you get a professional award, so you can apply. But only the practice, the experience is not enough to apply for that. So you have to develop your academic requirements. And doing research is not enough. You need to publish the research. So 50-50, you find the requirement to apply that, having only industry experience. Some of the industrialists, they think that we have done a lot to the industry. We have done a lot of projects and innovations, cost reductions, and many things, right? But you have not think on developing yourself, your professions, your career development. So you could not do those things since you were in the industry for a long period, and that will not a specific advantage. And you need to develop your education and the subject knowledge, not only the specific subject. You need to know about all the other areas, strategic management, then innovations. If you don't know innovations, how to innovate, and creativity. What is the difference between innovation and creativity? And how you develop the entrepreneurship and your services, your supplies. If you only buy the product from the supplier, that is not supply chain, right? How you focus the organization and development backward and forward, those integrations are very important. Not only that, the human resource part, how you share your knowledge. Having knowledge is not a power, right? So you need to share the knowledge, then only you will get the power. So you should know all about these things. So when it comes to the trends of the supply chain management, you can see some of the trends, especially the digital twins, the latest, and AI, IoT is already there. AI is there, and the circular supply chain, that is what I explained you. Then 5G network, robotics is there. Then smart logistics. Now I have seen many of the Chinese companies, they have gone for smart manufacturing. So using the latest technology. The factory manager is not visiting the departments. He just stay. He can't visit. Why? The area of the factory is uh, around somewhat a big area, around 50 acres. So no, I can remember the Ceres was 5,000 acres. Ceres factory next to BYD. So 5,000 acres, how to walk in the factory, it is not easy. So what he used, the smart technology, and the real-time data. Again, real-time data, there is no loss. So now in our system, we get at the year end, but they get instant. So those are the technological improvements. You can see we are behind, and the big data analytics is again another important thing, and the cloud-based system is already it is there. But basically the important thing in supply chain as well, the analytics and then smart knowledge. Then the digital twins is also now being used, and some of the RFID, then digital printing systems. So those are the new development what I can see, and there are many cyber security and all these things, but related to technological improvement. But in the other way, the when you take the concepts, what sort of concepts? Analytics, then smart technology, then real-time data. Those are the important things. When you take lean management, you talk about waste. So when you just do an analysis in our organizations, you can find utter waste. So again, cost. When you reduce your waste, you can improve your productivity, and your cost also you can reduce. So there is no other option in new pricing, right? So since the market is highly competitive, you have to use the pricing equation in a different way, not the cost plus. So price you can't change. Price is already there in the market, decided by the customers. So you have no option in price. So you need to focus on cost. So when you reduce cost, you can earn margin, profit. So another concept is there in supply chain, I recently found, promise to profit. So you should promise to get the profit, and promise to profit, promise to availability, or those there are many type of these strategies used in supply chain management, especially the costing method is there, that is called activity based costing. So earlier we didn't do this kind of costing in our system. So how many kilometers you use your transportation, what is the cost per kilometer, then what is the cost per purchase order, how many purchase orders you raise, what is the cost. So you have to develop drives. Then this activity based costing you can use to reduce this cost, which is called promise. You can promise your profit is there. So, and also these three flows. There are processes and flows in supply chain. At the introduction, you will get this. I will just explain about these. Three processes are very important. What I like in this is the red color one, flow of information. So flow of fund, you get your cost plus value. So again, your value should be more than the cost, and the goods are flowing from right to left to right. So supplier, manufacturer, distributor, and in that way the flow of material, this is one flow. Then the other side you can see the flow of information. This is what we are not using in our system. This is what the Japanese are capitalizing. Information, how to get information. We don't like to get information. We never treat about customer complaint. Customer is giving you improvement, you never take that. So complaint means it's an improvement. They are requesting you to improve your system, your product. But we take it as something in a wrong way, and we try to block it. And also we are not analyzing what are the causes for this, and we are not taking corrective action on improvements. So only this, the red color, the flow of information is enough if you can monitor to improve your system throughout the supply chain process. And also, I will explain you some of the risk factors in this. This is called bullwhip effect. Mainly, you find this effect relating to informations. So the distortion of the informations. When customer request items, how your procurement manager order finally from from the customer requirement. Customer required one, but throughout the process, you can see sometimes the procurement manager will order for 200, 300, the requirement, raw material for 400, 300 items. So between that different processes planning, now the customer order their requirement, then it comes to the production planning, then production planning do some capacity analysis, and then they send the purchase requisition to the purchasing or central warehouse. Then commercial manager will get the requirement, so they will think how when we order bulk quantity, then there will be a good discount. Likewise, finally, the distortion, and it will be one of the main risk. So that happens mainly when you don't do proper communication, and this is mainly from the flow of information. And another risk is there. One is the bullwhip effect. Other one is the domino effect. So you can see if something happened to one of these process, the entire process will collapse. Especially, let's say the manufacturing or raw material, you got some stock out situation, then it will affect to the entire process, and you can't continue your process. So this is why we try to stock, looking on the risk factors. We try to stock in our warehouse required quantities, adequate quantities. But in just-in-time process, you will think that this kind of risk will find in everywhere, but Toyota, they don't have that kind of things. Actually, I wanted to see this in Toyota, so I visit there to see only the just-in-time process. I have some doubts on this just-in-time process, how they manage it. So they manage it. So there is a system, there is a way that they manage. So we'll discuss those things later. And the domino effect is again another risk. So these two risks uh, you can especially find in this supply chain. Not only that, there are many types of risk. So you will get more information on the other sessions as well. So that is what I have planned for today. If any question, we can discuss. I see. Okay. Yeah, I can share the presentation. No issue. Anyway, all the areas that I explained to you will cover in this program, and very interesting areas. All the areas I find interesting, so no worry on that. I can share you the presentation. Any other question? We have around 38 here. ABC more as we do practice in our organization. You practice ABC, what? There are two ABCs in supply chain management. Rashmi. There are two ABCs in supply chain management. What are those? ABC in inventory management, we use always better control. Then in costing, we use activity-based costing. So you can identify which supply is the best, which supply is contributing more profit, which transport method you will get more profit, then which supplier, which transport, likewise, then operations, how many, now you can set your purchase orders, you can set those as cost drivers, purchase orders, number of purchase orders, and likewise, you can develop a lot of KPIs, cost drivers, and control your cost on that. So what we do in costing when we want to cost the warehouse operations, we will take the entire cost and divide by the production. That kind of method we used to do, that is called traditional costing. But when you practice this activity-based costing, definitely you can allocate. Let's say now the product portfolios, there are different products you manufacture. So different products consume different quantities of material, different quantities of energy, different quantities of people, likewise. And sometimes the material types, different types of material, you can get bulk, or you can get how many times you air freight. So you can do a bulk ordering, like or outsourcing, likewise different strategies which we used in our processes. So you have to put those into in a practical manner, right? So this costing you need to do in a different way. Now, lot of organizations, they use this different costing methods in their product costing, right? Not just use the overheads and distribute all over the production volume. So you can specifically do analysis. Let's say a product, what sort of let's say how many purchase orders for product A, how many purchase orders for product B. So purchase order means it's a cost. how many purchase orders how many clerical staff you keep in your organization to do this, how many quotations you call for. So those factors need to be analyzed. This is part of the analytics. And now we are looking on those areas. Those days we never focused on those areas. We just put everything as overhead and distribute through all the products. So then your pricing will be a problem. How to price? So now the new what we practice commonly in pricing, price minus cost, right? So when you distribute all overheads through all the products, sometimes product A you are making only a small quantity, but product B you are making, your base product is product B. So out of 30 days, 20 days you used to make product B, but when you distribute, when you apportionate your costs on that, so product A, B, C all get the same cost. So this is what two types of ABC, right? Always better control is in inventory. How you control your inventory, ABC in inventory, reducing your inventory cost. So from the cost wise. Then activity-based costing is now very commonly used in most of the organization. Develop cost drivers and see the differences and your margins you can set very well to achieve the profit. That is why it called promise to profit, promise to profitability. Likewise, there's a concept called P2P, right? Anything else?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Okay.
That you told that keeping stock, yeah, actually keeping stock is a cost. Then some companies are practicing that they are not keeping stock. They are ordering materials according to projects, right? Then how we can, is it a best practice? How we can select whether keeping stock is good or not ordering material project wise is good.
No, project-wise, if you can order, that is good. Why? If you keep material in your stock, in theoretically, that will add the cost, right? Let's say you buy a product today 100 rupees,
Yeah,
and you are going to sell it 120. If you can sell today, you will get 20 rupees profit, right? If you sell it tomorrow, what will happen? You will get a cost to keep it. You have to allocate
yeah,
security, your warehouse, your light, energy, people. Let's say another 5 rupees at tomorrow, then your cost will be 105. So you are going to sell it 120. Now the profit you get is only 15 rupees. Likewise. So if you keep it a longer period, you are adding cost to that product, right? So anyway, you can argue in the other way also. Some of the people argue having a product in our stock is again a competitive advantage. Why we have product in our warehouse, so when the customer comes, they have a choice. They can select whatever they want. So that way also they are arguing. But when you take it in a cost wise, if you want to maximize your profit, so you need to think on in this way. And that is why there is a concept called MTO, make to order. That's
yeah,
a strategy. Make to order, not make to stock. So there are companies when they get order, but you can have it in the other way. Now when you go to pizza, what they do, they are they have separate the ingredient. They put everything depending on your order, right? They are trying to
Customization.
yeah, they are trying to minimize the time, making time, manufacturing time, and that is again a strategy called postponement. So you are postponing. You are not making the food. You just ready the ingredient, and then when the customer comes, you put it together and make it and issue it, right? So you are postponing your activities. So this is another way you can get ready in order to reduce your time. And if you can go for this MTO system, make to order, I think that is best to maximize profit. So project wise, if you can order, then that is good.
But sir, there is an administration cost. When we order project-wise, we have to place purchase orders repetitively, and we have to enter invoices repetitively.
Yes, but you have to see the trade-off is important. So which one is the most profitable? You have to do a costing and see.
Yeah.
That you have to learn what sort of costing methods you are going to use in that. There are a lot of costing methods in supply chain. Now, the total cost of ownership is a very important one. A lot of when you purchase some item, you can do this kind of costing. Then with that, you can take a decision. Now, what we do, we will call for quotation, and we see the lowest and order. But the lowest is not the best. Lowest, when you use the lowest and operate, you will get a lot of defects.
Yeah.
So like when you buy a what do you call a fridge, you can buy a fridge without inverter, right? So the without inverter is somewhat 100,000. With inverter is 175,000. So 75,000 difference is there. But without inverter, your electricity bill get somewhere 8,000 per month, right? You with inverter, your electricity bill will get 4,000. So there is a 4,000 difference saving. So that 4,000 into number of years, into number of months, see, you are suffering throughout the around 20 years. You have to suffer. So better to buy with inverter, paying 175. You will save 4,000 per month. Then you can see the payback period. Within very shorter period, you will get the returns. So this kind of methods are there to do some costing.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay. There was another. Yeah, MTO. There are MTO, MTS, make to stock, then ready to drink, ready to eat. You will get all these things later. Okay, if no questions, we can wind up here. Okay, we'll meet again later.
Okay, sir. Good night.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Good night.
Good night.